Hey everybody, 'tis I, Derek, and it looks like I can see comments again, so I finally got that ability back. I was about to say I don't have my iPad out here, so I was going to be like, oh no, how am I going to see people? But if you're seeing this in the future, like, share this. Hey LaShray, we got LaShray here. Y'all go ahead and share this out. We got Prayer, Plants, and Pets. I screwed that name up. Well, I am going live on today to show off because, you know, Plant Proper was like, hey y'all, share this out. Share this out with like 10 people. Let's go ahead and get the people in here. Let's boost this up real quick. Hey there, Tomas. Plant Proper sent me this here, and I have no clue what it is. I'm so excited. The box is so long. Look at this box. And it was so nice. Hey there, stranger. It was so nice to be like, whoa. I got something here waiting for me. Like, wow. I have plants. Like, I just love that. I love getting home and finding that I have mail or a package like Steve from Blue's Clues. So hopefully y'all can hear me okay. I'm assuming the four of y'all here. Y'all keep sharing this out. If anybody wants to jump up here with me, you're more than welcome to. This is a very impromptu thingamarang here. But we're going to be doing this live, okay? I'm trying to share this to anybody who I know would come in. Also, you can go and buy badges if you want as well. Y'all ready for me to open this? Hey there, Tanny. You ready for me to open this? Is y'all ready? We got the podcast master, Marsha Julie. Marsha. There's people who won't get that reference. It's sad. Hey, Plant Girl 50. Y'all ready for me to open this box from Plant Proper? I have no clue what's in here, and I'm so excited. Like, I got a box. This is going to be great. Y'all ready? If you're ready, say you're ready. Also, remember, I'm a whole botanist, so y'all can ask questions in the comments if you want to. Who's ready for me to open this? Who is ready? Make sure I get my address hidden, because I know there's some stalkers out there. Had my address all in the camera. Some of y'all probably beating yourselves to get to my house right now. So y'all ready? There's no comments. I know there's a delay, but Jesus, is it that bad? Okay, there we go. Ready. Okay, we got one. Is there two? Is there two readies? We got two. Can we get three? We got three. Can we get four? There's 6 of y'all up here. Come on. Come on. Say you're ready. If you're watching this in the future, go ahead and let the people know you're ready. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. Let's see. So this is this way up. So let's do one of these numbers here. Oh, there we go. I'm just going to rip the tape off. Hallelujah. Open it. Okay, Thomas. Hallelujah. Salvation and glory, honor and power. He's wonderful. Ava and Avery. So good to see y'all. Y'all got a shirt or something. One of them things is like Plants and Black Love. I need that. I need to talk to y'all and order me one of them. So Plant Proper is a phenomenal nursery. They can do stuff online, sell stuff on the internet, and I am excited because I love their products. If I remember right, these packing peanuts they use are actually like biodegradable. And let's see if I can tilt this down a little bit so y'all can see with me. Y'all hold on. Hold, please. Remember, if you want to, you can buy a badge. Badges are for sale, so we got a thank you card in here. I'm knocking almost everything over. But let's see. Woo. This is my first time doing this, everybody. Hey there, Erica. This is my first time doing this, everybody. I usually open these things by myself. So we got this. This was packaged with care. They tell you who packaged it by Shiana. Thank you, Shiana, whoever you are, for packaging this for me. And it got me a little bit of paper in here. A little bit of paper in here to tell me what we got. Oh, this is going to be nice. Y'all go ahead and share this. We're doing a live unboxing again from Plant Proper. Got to do that so that way when I have the thumbnail later, I can have it. So it looks like there's like 3 or 4 plants in here. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and open a box. Thank you, Plant Girl 50, for buying a badge. I appreciate you. I love this little twine here. So we have this one, and this is which I have the label that tells me what's what. So we have this beauty right here. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen, dudes and dudettes. Y'all see this? This here is, make sure I'm reading everything. Nope, that's not the one that had it. This is Philodendron Quartum. I know some of y'all know these by heart. Thank you, Ava and Avery, for buying a badge. Philodendron Quartum. Now, again, I've gotten some plants online before from, different sellers. Some of you have sent me plants, and some of y'all have sent me, like, beautiful plants. But some of these sellers, when they send these things, they're not, like, super big. Like, look at this trails. Y'all see these trails? Y'all see this hang time here? And they also always wrap it up with a little bit of this sphagnum moss, so you get like free freaking sphagnum moss from the people. In addition to the fact that I love these little stakes, so when I'm doing, hey Devona, I love these little stakes. Devona, I didn't forget about you. I've been going through a little bit of a lot, but you're going to get that stuff I'll talk to you about soon. But look at this hang time. Y'all see this? Do you see, like, and this is gorgeous. And again, their plants don't look picked over. I don't see anything that is ugly looking in the slightest. Like, this is a sexy, gorgeous plant. And again, this is from Plant Proper. It's so hard to type with one finger. Maybe if I had switched hands, it would have been better. Post, there we go. And then I just pinned that to the top. Bingo bongo, look at this. How y'all liking this one? What y'all feeling? I seen a couple of y'all. One said very nice. Somebody said Philodendron Herbaculum. This thing, Lashray, this is Philodendron Quartum. There's 4 of them in here. Okay. This is somebody's trailing philodendron. And I am here for, and again, look at how big the pot is. Hey there, Reader 42. Look at how big the pot is. Like, I have big hands. Look at this. This isn't nobody's 4-inch pot special where somebody barely grew it. And I've seen people do that. They barely grow a plant that has nobody's roots. Okay, they sell them to you. Like, can you see this at the bottom? You can't. I'm not going to make a mess here. But just know I could tell with the size of this thing is definitely rooted. So, we're going to move on to the next one. Hey, everybody who's here, make sure y'all are sharing this out. If you can, buy a badge. If you cannot, or if you already have bought a badge, like, hey, share this. Share this with the people. I just love how all this comes. This is always the funnest part of this. Like, I get here, and it's like freaking Christmas. Plant Christmas with Planta Claus. Planta Claus is in town. I gotta write that one down. So we got this next one, party people. Y'all ready for this? Ooh, I don't think y'all are. I don't think y'all are ready for this. I don't think you're ready for what I'm about to unwrap here. You are not even going to, oh, you can see it. Lashray, you're supposed to hide. You were supposed to pretend like you couldn't see it. You were supposed to pretend. Y'all can tell I've never done this before. This is amazing here. And this is, Lashray ruining the surprise. This is Philodendron, Alocasia Black Velvet. So look at these purple underleaves. And what I love about these type of Alocasias like these and Alocasia Maharini, your eyes do be working, hunty. What I love about these is these tough, like, leaves. Hey there, Renata. I love these tough leaves. Like, look at this. And I love Alocasia. I find it difficult to keep them alive in my apartment. Outside, Alocasias, Colocasias, any casia, I got it, right? But I love these, like, textured, hard, like, shieldy leaves. Like, this is giving me life. Hey, bed party people who are in, everybody who's coming in, hello to you. Again, share this as you're coming in, please. And, if you can buy a badge, do so. It goes to support a Black botanist. Me. I've realized and had to accept that I may be the only living Black botanist a lot of you interact with. So support me in my endeavors, por favor, if you can. Leaves like cardboard. Yes! Yes, and they always come in so nice. I got an Alocasia maharini from Plant Proper a while back, and I ended up killing that. But I think it's just like, I know they don't like drafts, so I've tried to like cut different vents like off so it's not drafty. But they also like a lot of light. So I have some behind me now that I have like under a grow light so they can get that full sun that they like, that bright direct light that they like. But I think it's just humidity, and I don't give them like the right, mix of whatever they be asking for. So far, you're right, another hardy, healthy plant. We have these two here. And they are looking gorgeous. Philodendron Quartum and Alocasia Black Velvet. And I love a black velvet. These people picked this out for me. I didn't ask them to send me anything specifically, but they picked this out for me, okay? And the people at Plant Proper know I'm a black man, okay? It's hard to really ignore it, right? And they got me a black velvet because this beard here, it feels like crushed velvet on your face. If you ever have my beard on your body, it feels like crushed velvet. It feels like crushed velvet. Thank you, Tanny and Renata, for buying badges. Again, buying a badge supports me. Right now, I think I've read up. The money's fully sent, except for like if you're buying like through Apple or something. If you're doing the Apple Pay thing, or I guess Samsung Pay, they take a portion out. But Instagram right now is not taking any money out of this. So this is great. But we got these next plants. Ooh. Just gonna take a little take a little preview. I can't lift this up because if I lift this up, Lestray's little eyes, they're gonna be sitting there like, what he doing? That's how Lestray doing. Lestray got her magnifying glass out, okay, and her spectacles on, and she's ready to see what's happening. That's right. My beard is the original black velvet. That's what it is. The people like it on them. Thank you, Lestray, for buying the badge. We got 6 badges. Can we get 4 more? Can we get 4 more? Some of y'all can buy 2 badges if you want. And remember, if you're not financially secure enough to afford a badge, that's okay. You, dear viewer, can share this out. Have all of you shared this out, okay? Let's do a roll call. Who has shared this out? I'm going to just start calling people out. Ava and Avery, have y'all shared this? Lestray, I know you did. And Tanny, I know you did. Gardening and Beats in 2010. Did you share it? Huh? Bree, Renata, Erica, Seaside Garden, Devona, Pat. Did y'all share this? Rita 42, did you share this? Miss Natasha, did you share this? Afro beards are dreaming my soft. There's something missing there. Did y'all share this out? Because I don't believe some of you did. Now this one here, this is going to give me a little bit I need. Dreamingly soft. Look, I moisturized this beard here. I put a little bit of water and some essential oils in it. Had some stuff in there because I was eating a candy apple before I got up here. It was a caramel apple. I can't resist. And a caramel apple a day will keep the chocolate botanist away from getting another caramel apple. And I had to do something to get myself hyped because, again, when I get plants, I see all these YouTube Plantstagram people, these face webbers who can just wait and open these things on the internet with you live, or they record it or something. And I've tried. But I get so freaking excited. And again, Plant Proper. Everybody type Plant Proper. All of you right now up here type Plant Proper. Plant Proper, they send this stuff beautifully. So like, this is 4 plants. There's only a smidgen of dirt in here. And that's probably from when whoever was delivering this, like, may have flipped the box or kicked the box or something. But this is like, there's no dirt in here. Like, I can just grab random packing peanuts, which are, again, biodegradable. You can put these in your compost. Thank you, Plant Girl 50. Thank you, Bree. The only one that follows instructions, I appreciate you. Thank you, Erica. I know there's a delay. I shouldn't be like I am. But I'll be asking them to do so much. I just ask simple things. And they never want to help me. A caramel apple pulled my tooth clean out when I was 7. See, you can't blame that caramel apple. You can't blame that caramel apple, Lachey, because see, that caramel apple was helping you with the tooth fairy. Y'all don't know this, but caramel apples and the tooth fairy they got something in common, like Whitney and Bobby. So if I was you, I'd go ahead and get another caramel apple. It might pull some ugly people out your life. I'm really trying to like get this tape off of here, but the people at Panic Popper package things so great, in fact, that I can't rip the packing tape. There we go. So I'm just gonna rip the paper. They used packing tape, industrial strength grade packing tape. When I'm usually trying to cut this thing off, I'm like, what is happening here? It's made with like Teflon packing tape. Someone said this is a Dieffenbachia. You did not spy that at all. You need to go back to spy school. Okay, Natasha, you said this is a Dieffenbachia. Use Diffenrongia. Hey, Zora. This is somebody's Syngonium. Syngonium Windlandii. Did I say that right? Windlandii. There we go. Windlandii. Somebody go ahead and spell this for me. Oh, Lachey, how you do that? Lachey, how you do that? I was just about to say, somebody spell this out. See me and you, Lachey, we right here. We right here with ours. We right here with ours. You know why? You know why we right here with ours? Do you? Because, see, we connected through these plants like roots are connected. When the roots is going out into the neighborhood or underneath the grounds in the woods and stuff, right? They are all connected, touching each other, okay? Sharing information, okay? Jumping and vibrating, okay? And Lachey was like, you know what? Derek probably won't want me to write this down. Let me go ahead and spell this correctly. As she did, okay? She be on it, and that's her business, as Tabitha would say, okay? So this is a Syngonium. I love Syngoniums, and I actually have one. These are some that I usually kill too, and it's usually around the time the winter happens, like fall, winter, because the light spectrum outside changes, and usually I go through a rough patch, basically from winter to summer. Like it will last from like fall, winter to summer, because the light spectrum will change, and then my plants that were happy in here will start to die and like get scorched or whatever on the leaves. And then every year they clean out the water system, which raises up the chlorine levels. And that just be something I don't be liking. But again, look at this. Hey, Simply Lauren Marie. Again, they put this sphagnum moss up here. So I have sphagnum moss now that I just get. You get a plant, you get a little bit of sphagnum moss. You get enough plants, you save your sphagnum moss. You'll be doing something. Like, look at this. And again, this isn't even like, this is not like soaking wet, but this ain't dry. Look, Lucretia would say that Syngoniums are loyal. Now, I did lose a couple, but they came back. I gave one to a young lady I was trying to date. They actually seem to last longer than that hope of us dating. I'm so funny. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off and just kind of raise that up, raise the roof. I just want y'all to see how beautiful this is without this tape up here. Because again, these plants, they're not giving us the propagates that they were pulling from, you know. It's been passed around. No, I can't say that. That's been passed around. Where am I going to go with that comment? How can I rephrase that? Well, we're going to keep going. But look at this. Y'all see how healthy and sexy this is? Like, y'all see this? Look, tape is high, and this is that good packing tape, Lachey. Lachey said I ship my plants like that too, with saran wrap. Tape is high. So I would love to do that with the packing tape. I don't know how they do it. Like, I know they put the stake in here, and I think that's just to kind of help arrange it in the box. Hey, my plant hood. But they know what they're doing when they tape these up. Like, that's all I have to say. You were looking for a Splendor Daddy last night to buy one of these plants, Derek. Look, Nanada, you don't need a Splendor Daddy. Because, see, Splendor isn't real sugar. So that ain't even going to give you what you need. See, if you get a Splendor daddy, one of them equal daddies, one of them agave daddies, you know what I'm saying? Or agave mamas for those of you who like it, agave parents for, you know, those who may be not following a specific gender classification, okay? If you are looking for a glucose guardian, make sure it's real sugar so you can get what you're looking for. You should make sure it's real sugar. My mama's in here, everybody. Hey, mama. Make sure it's real sugar. You don't want an equal daddy or a Splendor daddy because Splendor ain't going to give you everything you need. Splendor only going to give you $50 to go shopping with the girls, hanging out and getting your nails done. That ain't enough. That ain't enough. A Splendor daddy is going to say what you want for dinner. And then when you say something, you know, real suggestive, like, you know, maybe you want a Ruth Chris, a steakhouse or something fancy, then Splendor daddy going to say you want McDonald's or Cookout. Or the Zaccabees. That's what a Splendor daddy gonna do. Don't get a Splendor daddy. Don't you get a Splendor daddy. Hey, Courtney's green obsession. Don't you get a Splendor daddy. Don't you do it. Get you a real, if you get a honey daddy, like transplants in St. Lachey, that honey daddy's gonna give you what you need because Splendor daddies do taste funny. You don't want that. You don't want that in your mouth. We got this last plant. And again, this is fun. That's not the list of names. There it is. We got this last plant. Also party people. For those of you who are like Derek, maybe some of you are like, I love plants. How are you going to remember what they are? I have metal stakes, little fancy metal stakes. And I'm going to write on them with Sharpie to say what things are. Generally, I also write it on the pot in Sharpie as well. So I can remember, you know, the specific genus or the cultivar name or whatever. I know you looking. I know. I feel like Lachey got a secret camera above my head, so she looking over me. And she watching over me like Jesus would. And I got to tell y'all a story. Can I tell y'all a story real quick? And if I could tell y'all a story, because y'all know I like telling y'all stories. I actually, you know what? I'm going to save this story. I'm going to save this story for my YouTube. You know why? Because Derek ain't done a hot cocoa episode on the YouTube in a long time. Hey, Court Jeffer, I don't know. I don't know what we're doing with that name there. But I'm going to tell y'all this story later. I know all you need is a glimpse. This is all you're going to get. This is all you're going to get. Glimpse. Y'all ready for this last plant? Again, for those of you coming in, welcome. I'm Derek the Chocolate Botanist, and you can buy badges. Buy badges to support your boy here as a chocolate botanist. I am a legitimate botanist. I am on that George Washington Carver swag. Okay, and because of that, all the money you give to me, it goes to further in my botanical prowess in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's buying me a sandwich, okay, a pack of batteries, all right, any old thing from that and below, okay? It goes to all of that, so do so. And again, I got these plants from Plant Proper. For those of you just coming in or who missed it, we have this Alocasia Black Velvet. We have Philodendron Quartum, okay? Behind me, we have a Syngonium Windlandii. I keep wanting to mess some syllables up. This is so beautiful. I'm so excited. All you seen was biodegradable packaging. That's it. Hey there, Audrey B. We got this last plant. Y'all ready for this? This plant here is apparently super easy to propagate. From what I've heard, I've had a couple, but I don't think I've had this one before. Maybe I do, but I don't think I have this cultivar. And again, you can just take a leaf and like put it in the water or just put it on top of the soil, which I'm gonna try. But this is a Peperomia. You right, you like Lachey, okay. You heckin' knew it, I knew you did. Peperomia frost. And again, look at how big this is, and it's heavy. It's heavy. And again, the tape. I never know where to start. They need a YouTube on how to untape their stuff after they tape it. Because I feel like they tape this up. It's somebody's church mama. In the same way that the church mothers and the ushers and the deacons at the church will hold the doors closed when they're doing prayer and praise and worship, or pastors is praying and you ain't supposed to walk into church, is the same energy that they put on this tape. The same way that Fort Knox is locked down, somebody's using Fort Knox level tape to lock this down. In the same way that Donald Trump locks down his hairpiece on the top here, is the same way. It's the same way they take this up. I never know exactly, here we go, where to start. I knocked another leaf off. It's okay. But you see how beautiful, and the thing is, these were shipped to me. It comes quick. If you want, they give heating packs. I generally don't get them myself, even during the winter. I know some of you are like, you're a madman, Derek. I am. Okay. You call me what you want, but Jesus calls me blessed. All right. And look at this, how gorgeous this is. I was busy. I saw that busy leaf amongst the styrofoam. What you win? What you win, Lashray? One of these days, because Derek is trying to partner with Plant Proper, one of these days I'm going to send y'all plants. I'm just going to get plants. I'm just going to send them out to random people from Plant Proper. I'm going to just be like, get this person's address and send them a plant. But she is loyal. So I have one on my wall over here. Y'all usually see me over there when I'm doing stuff. Hey, Plantesca. Hey there. I'm just going to wave. There we go. But I have one there. They wilt pretty much when you need to actually like water them. I try not to get to that point. It's in like a super small pot. I got it from another grower in the area that is really cool. But again, I typically don't like to get stuff online because I never know what you never know what you're going to get, right? You would hope that you get sexy plants like these shipped with care and love, and sometimes you get a box of dirt. There was one person I value deeply, and I got a box of dirt by the time the stuff came here to me. Hey, Plant McKenzie, I got a box of dirt, and that was horrible. Plant Proper, again, it comes super quick, and even with these peperomias being like, a little sensitive because the leaves are easy to prop off, I only found a couple of plant pieces in here that would have been from like actually just shipping, because again, they put so much packing stuff in here, and these beautiful stakes that I keep and I use when I'm doing like oh Jesus, what is that called? Air layering. Hey, Ebony Everyday. So I love these little things. I use them to stir up stuff. I pretend to be a wizard, Wingardium Leviosa. Like I really use this. So Plant Proper is phenomenal. So I just wanted to show that off. I got some plants from them. Again, for those of you wondering, I wonder if I can move this real quick. We have my Alocasia Black Velvet. We have my Philodendron Quartum. And we have my Peperomia Frost. And you're right, Lashray. These do pop off, just in general. But again, even with them popping off potentially. And then my Syngonium Windlandii. That's easy enough to remember. So then I know some of you are like, well, Derek, what are you going to be doing? So I got on my high shorts today to really show off my legs. So that way this will be a nice little picture. So these all are going to be pretty much on my wall over here where they're going to get nice full light. I'm not going to repot anybody just yet. I know some of you are like, and this is your time now while you're here party people to ask questions. For those of you who are getting in, you can put your badge in, buy a badge if you want to. I love it if you do it. If you don't do it and you can't do it, whatever, it's okay. I still love you anyway. But like regardless, it is what it is. Hey, Josie. But I love getting new plant children, and I'm just going to let them be for a while just because I need to kind of condense some things together. But look at this. Do you see this? 4 beautiful plants, and they were shipped in the same box. Hey, Osa. Hey. So These were shipped in the same box, and Plant Proper did that. Like, look at this. This Synganium looks gorgeous. I'm trying to think. I actually do have one thing I bought from them. I don't know if do either of you remember when I told y'all I had a silver sword philodendron? We'll see if y'all remember before I actually grab it, because if nobody remembers, you won't understand the growth, because it came in like it was decent size. It was beautiful. And I got it from them when I got an Alocasia Maharini from them as well. But now the thing is like spectacular growth. I have it under a grow light. It's been under the grow light. I did not take a lot of my plants outside this year because I didn't want to move them back in. Thank you, Lashray. And I don't know why you're thinking Magoo. Lord, my Auntie Tracy's in here. I want everybody to go ahead and wave at Planted to Flourish and Plants with Jana, but I need y'all to wave at Planted to Flourish, because here's why. There was one of these comment clansmen, okay, on my post. This is a while back. Tracy knows which one I'm talking about. Some of y'all know which one I'm talking about. And they was hot about some stuff I posted, okay? Which if they probably gonna be real hot when they see the YouTube Magoo recently did. And Tracy basically told them to get out, leave, okay? Get the H out of the door. If you don't like it here, then you can go. She's like, she came into my house and kicked them people out. She said, out. You ain't gonna be attacking my nephew like this. And I am here for it. She went in on my behalf, and I value her dearly for that. I have been following Planted to Flourish for, I feel like, most of the 3 years I have been on the Instagram on this page. I've been on Instagram longer, but this page has been a little over 3 years. I feel like I've been following her most of that time, back when she was plants and things, right? And she is phenomenal. She has pivoted from the plant life fully to more of a mental wellness spin. And I love that. So if you are a person who values, as all of you should value mental health, I need y'all to follow Planted to Flourish, okay? PL, and this is on Instagram because this may go on YouTube later. PLANTEDTOFLORA Planted to Forest. Miss Tracy is phenomenal. And again, I appreciate her. So, Zora, thank you for all of your support. You have been buying badges consistently, as some of you have. This tells me now when people have bought badges multiple times over lives, apparently. So I appreciate that. Again, if you can buy a badge, if you can't, please share this. Share this either way with the people, okay? So Tracy said what they ain't gonna do is walk up on this page like they know him, because Tracy's a rider, okay? Tracy's the kind, she ain't gonna walk in with the gun, but what she is gonna do is be the getaway driver. She gonna hit somebody, okay? Tracy gonna have the gun smooth out. She ain't gonna be doing all that yin-yang. She ain't gonna be doing all one of these numbers. She about to pop off and go in. Okay, that's it. That's it. Okay, let's see what you all are saying. Questions, comments, or concerns. This is your time to do it. You and Magoo don't always agree, but he did help you get to 10K, giving him his flowers. Magoo thanks you from somewhere. Magoo is not here, though. I don't know why we're mentioning Magoo. And thank you, Lashray. I am so glad. I've never completely got up here and said it. I think I did on the Instathon, but I am so grateful that I know you're a swinger. I could tell Tracy. I could tell in that comment. I said she ain't know about all this mouth stuff. She ain't know about all this. We ain't gonna be doing all this talking. Okay, what we're about to do is you keep popping, I'm gonna pop off. You pop your gums, I'm gonna pop you in your mouth. That's what she is. Okay, she's cool. She is peace until she can't be no more. What you give her is what she gives you back. That's it. So I thank you all, because y'all know I get all over the place. I thank y'all all for helping me to achieve 10K. The ability to know that 10,000 of you ride with me, 10,000 of you plus or minus 50, ride with me continuously is a blessing. I worked extremely hard to build this page up. And there were some friends of mine, dear friends of mine, who just didn't get it, because they're like, well, why do you got to be up here all the time? Why do you got to do this? And I'm like, well, I'm trying to, you got to stay relevant, because social media is fickle, you know. You disappear for a couple of months to get your mind together and people to move on. And I understand because I do the same thing. There's some people like, oh, I missed you. Where were you been? You've been gone for like 2 years. And you came back. And there's some people who I will go and find, or, you know, if they change their names, like, you know, it is what it is. But I am so excited. And the Instathon was such a success, it feels like. It didn't hit everything I wanted it to do, but I still think it allowed different people to get a voice. And hopefully that will be a blessing in the now time, in the future time, if it's not in the now time. So I loved it. Zora, who's up here, she was one of the guests on Hey Plans It Firmly. Zora was one of the guests on my Instathon. I was going to send a thing out later to be like, how did y'all feel like it was beneficial to y'all or anything? But we'll do that in the future because I know I could be a little overcritical over myself, my dreams and my passions. So with that being said, I have these beautiful 4 plants I got from Plant Proper. If you have not done so, if you've never bought anything from Plant Proper, do so. If you're not following Planted to Flourish, I need you to do so. She's right in the comments. I need you to follow our auntie, our mama, Tracy. Because I remember a time, and I feel like we all got on a live one time. I don't know if it was on your platform or on Davita's platform, but maybe we were just talking in the comments or the chats or something in the messages. But we all started talking and laughing and giggling. That was some time ago. I don't know if you remember that, Tracy. I don't know if I'm making this up in my mind, but hopefully I'm not because sometimes I'm a little delusional. But we were talking and laughing and joking. She is such a joy, and her voice is just so powerful. So please check her out if you have not done so already. Can you do that for me? What questions y'all got real quick before I hop off? Because I'm going to go and hug my plants. I'm going to hug them. I'm going to put them on my face. The plants are going to be on my face. So what questions, comments, or concerns y'all got? Hey, Denisha Bland is here. Y'all, I feel like I've known Denisha Bland for maybe 10, 15 years. Did we go to middle school together? Her and Tracy's hair is powerful. I love her hair. I love those curls and those coils. I love that about her. Like when she got that little fro thing going on, I'm like, you better be doing it. Hey, Denisha, didn't we know? We've known each other. Denisha, how long have we known? Did we go to middle school together? I feel like, am I making that up? You know, I'm an old man now. She knew me before I was a chocolate botanist. And I was just an introvert that was being picked on by a lot of people. Let's see if she comments. It's taking her a while. You got to type fast with both thumbs. She's probably one of them androids. Speaking of androids, we have Janelle in here. Janelle, I have known her since I was 6 years old. Because I went to James W. Smith Elementary School and I met Janelle when I was like 6, either 6 or 7. I'm 31 now. I've known her that long. I've been to New Bern multiple times, but you know I come in and come out. When I go to New Bern, it's like 12 Years a Slave, but at the end when he actually escapes, I've never seen the movie. I'm assuming that's what happens. It's like any slavery movie you've ever seen when I'm leaving, okay? When I'm leaving. Oh! Yes, I have always been an introvert, and I still am. Some people don't believe that, but interacting with you all in this way is very pleasing. I don't mind crowds until I get tired of them. It usually takes 10 to 30 minutes to an hour, and then I'm tired. Ain't no Andrea over here. That is hilarious. But yeah, because Denisha, you went to Grover, right? Did you go to Grover? I went to James W. Smith Elementary School, then Grover C. Fields, and then New Bern High School. Speaking of that, Janelle, I ran into Miss Sheila, actually. I was just home like 2 weeks ago. I ran into Miss Sheila when I was leaving. I was at the gas station, and it's always hard for me to recognize some teachers because keep in mind, like, I'm 31 now, and I'm 6'2". I used to be like the shortest kid in class in like elementary school, it felt like. And like one of the shortest kids in class. And now I tower over most people. And I attribute it all to the bottle of Flintstone vitamins I ate as a child, like the whole bottle, downed it all, because they said they wanted me to grow and I had to eat these vitamins and I wanted to grow quick. I was like, if I eat one of these vitamins and I grow a little bit, if I eat the whole bottle, I'll be big. And he'll be so silly. So I ate the whole bottle. Needless to say, my mom was very upset. And when I say the whole bottle, I mean I downed it all. Down the whole thing. They couldn't be upset. Why you leave me alone with the bottle? Why was the bottle open? Okay? That's what happens when you do that. It's cheering. Anywho, but I ran into Miss Sheila, and I have not seen her in person since I was maybe 17 or 18 at when I worked at Cold Stone in New Bern. But we weren't like right beside each other, so it was kind of hard to see her. But I still always think of her as the teacher who looked this way from 95 to 2000 and who was just taller than me, right? And God bless him. I'm taller than her now. Hugged her, everything. It was so good to see her. She's just always been a kind soul. She's like one of them good white women I tell y'all about. I did that with Geritol. Look, I do it with all types of stuff. I still do it now. This is why, like, if I ever make a tea for you all, like if you have something going wrong, like mentally or physically, and you're trying to do like an herbal remedy or a fix, I do make teas for people. It's very rare I do it because the tea making process for me is very like intentional and spiritual for me. Like I feel like God put me on this earth to work with the plants and the herbs and to show you all maybe how to do it. And between myself and Magoo, I'm wearing his wrap right now. Between myself and Magoo, we'll hopefully show y'all something. But because that tea I made with Magoo, or he made, I was locked in the bathroom. It's on YouTube. If you don't get what I'm referencing, there's a video on YouTube y'all need to check out, because Magoo makes a tea on YouTube. I was locked in the bathroom. Okay, he locked me up. None of you came to see about me. None of you even really seemed to watch the video, but that's a whole nother story. None of you came to see about me, and y'all should be ashamed of yourself. All of you should be ashamed of yourself. Okay, I'm looking at each one of you in your eyes. Be ashamed of yourself. Don't look around. Don't say, is he talking to me? I'm talking to you. Ashamed. Anywho, hopefully we'll get that. But this is where when I make teas for people, I make them for myself first, because I tend to make things like with a heavy hand. So if something's supposed to be a laxative or a purgative, I tend to make it like heavy-handed. I made a drink that knocked people out. It was like NyQuil in a bottle, and it put people right to sleep. Like a sleeping potion. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, you drink it, 30 minutes later, you're passed out. Woo! I can't tell y'all what was in that one. Just know, I made that one for Juneteenth as a celebration, and the only thing I celebrated was sleeping. This wasn't this year, this was last year. I gave it to all my sisters, and all of them were like, we just are passed out. Like, what did you put in this? Like, what NyQuil did you give us? And it was not a stitch of NyQuil in there, I kid you not. And I know I have my recipe written down, but that's an expensive one to make too. But it is what it is. We're not talking about that. Real quick, okay, because I started about it 45 minutes ago. Questions, comments, or concerns. Remember, I'm a whole botanist, so if you have any botanical questions or any question at all, you can use this question box at the bottom of your screen. You can use that so that way I can post the questions up for everybody to see. Since I'm using badges, I don't think I have that capability, because for some reason, if you cut badges on, you cannot show the questions to everybody. But the thing is, you may not realize this, some of you might not have noticed, the question box is public. So whatever question you put in, it shows who said it, right? And it's something that just everybody can see in general, okay? Also, like if you tap right here where the eye is, you can see who's live up here with you, and you can wave at those people. So, questions. I'm going to give y'all to like 6:48 to 6:50, because I know there's a delay. I'm a whole botanist. Some of y'all have never met a botanist in person. Some of y'all grew up with a botanist. Ask me your questions. I like how all this green is blending in. It looks like I don't have any shorts on. It looks like I'm just got like the plants hiding my crotch. Like the plants are hiding my genitalia. What questions y'all got? What am I drinking? I see you asking what am I drinking now? I see this is the tea that I made with Magoo on YouTube. And I also mixed some ginger juice in because I needed to give it a kick. My bad. I misread that question, Tracy. Okay. Do I have any recommendations for dealing with root mealybugs? This was from My Plant Hood. Okay. This is what you're going to do. You're going to take your pot. Like, let's say this is the pot that's dealing with root mealybugs. You're going to take it. You're going to do one of these numbers. You're going to do one of these numbers. You're going to like arch your arm back. You're going to chuck it as far out of your window as you can. You're going to chuck this thing as hard as you can into what do they call those things? Like a campfire, a fire pit, something like that, and burn it up. That is my suggestion to you. Mealybugs are demons. And root mealies I've never actually dealt with. There may be, I'm sure there is, some type of systemic pesticide, insecticide you can use on your plant babies. So I would say look into that. One that I know that typically works, I feel like for a lot of things, including mealies, is pyrethrin. I'm going to try to spell it. Hey there, Taylor. I'm going to try to spell it real quick. Pyretherin. Somebody write that down. Pyretherin. Something like that. Pyrethrin. Somebody knows how to spell it up here, I'm sure. And hey, Terry. Name. Can y'all hear me? I'm back. I said Terry's name and Siri kicked on. Hello there, space. Terry. There we go. So Siri doesn't cut on. I'm like, why are you here? Who's talking to you? But I got these plants from Plant Proper. They sent me some plants, y'all. Oh yeah, I should have announced this. I'm a plant ambassador for like Plant Proper. Did I not say that at the top? I don't think I did. Hello everyone, I'm Derek and I'm a plant ambassador for for the people. Yes, I should have mentioned that. Anywho, I should have put that in the title. You can tell what kind of day it's been. It's all right. Pyrethrin for your root mealies. You could also try to use, because I think mealies are soft-bodied insects, so you could also use maybe a light peroxide solution. And I'm trying to think of what other things I've known. I know you could probably do a horticultural soap or like Dawn dish soap, I think, and just choke them out. But most plants I found don't like to be sitting in sudsy water. Even though Dawn is like relatively innocuous, some plants are more sensitive to that. And I think it was also like I would water too much too at that time. So that was probably another issue. But that is what I would suggest to you. You can look up the mealies and basically see what insecticide would go for them. I know a lot of us are organic and we try to do like organic practices, but there's just some things that don't really give it to us. Hey, Therapy in Color. I'll make sure y'all follow Therapy in Color. I feel like I followed that page for a specific reason. I can't remember why yet. But yes, we're asking questions. We're going to wrap this up. Okay, plants with Jana. Do grow lights really work? I'm using LED lights from IKEA and it's turning purple. So yes, glow lights do work. Okay, so here's the thing, party people. I don't think I can do this while I'm up here because I can't show y'all pictures. I don't have any saved in my phone anyway. But basically, I just need y'all to just imagine with me, okay? We're going to imagine together, right? Okay, so here's the thing. How many of you grew up watching Captain Planet or the Power Rangers, Voltron, things like that, the Transformers, okay, Thundercat, hey Sample House, all of y'all coming in late. How many of y'all, hey, I am better 25. How many of y'all grew up watching that? The question was, we're talking about spectrums of light. Do grow lights work? They're using the LEDs from IKEA's and they turn purple. How many of y'all grew up watching those shows where some team came together, maybe the Masters of the Universe? I think that was a show that used to be on, right? Captain Planet, from our younger people, the Avengers, right? Every spectrum of light, just like every Power Ranger or every Thundercat or every person from He-Man's crew, they all have a different purpose. And when they come together and they work together, they can help our plants grow. So, for example, when I look at this sexy Alocasia black velvet, right? the different spectrums of light given, like for example from the sun, helps the plant to grow in a normal way. So you have different colors of light that can impact how your plant looks. How the plant looks is physiology, okay, or the phenotype. Hey, Candy Kiss. So the phenotype, how it looks, can be affected by the spectrums of light given and how much light given. So for example, if I have different shades of reds and blues that cut on and off at different times and are on and on for different lengths, that can affect how my plants look. Additionally, like behind me here, I have an LED light that does reds and blues, which reds I think are, in far reds, they help your plants to stretch, and then blue lights give your plants like a good start with seeding for germination, I think. And I could be wrong, so don't quote me on this. I was just reading up on it though, so it's good you asked this question. But you know what? Let's just see if I can get my iPad real quick. Hold, please. Keep asking questions. Talk amongst yourselves and share this. Share this real quick. Keep sharing it. Share it with the people. Share it, Jesus. Share it. Are you sharing? Are you sharing it? Hopefully y'all can still hear me since my headphones are in my ears. Share it. Share it, please. Please keep sharing. Derek is going to look this up real quick because I don't want to misquote the spectrums of color. But basically, jeez, caught myself. Yes, you're amazing. I am amazing. And lights are amazing too. Light, spectrum, LE plants. Come on. Light, spectrum, plants. Also, if any of you are familiar with like the Green Lantern mythos, like that whole thing is important too. So I found this article from LumiGrow. For those of you with iPhones, you can take like a screenshot of this, and then you can like look at the text and like take a what is that thing called? Nina! Hey Nina! I haven't seen you in a long time. You can, for those of you with cellular devices, you can take a screenshot and look up this article. But basically, they're coming in purple because a lot of us would think like light is white, right? But white light is really a culmination of all the colors that we see. The reds, the blues, the greens, and everything in between, which is really just your red, your blue, and your yellow, and then the combination they're in, green light, and all of that stuff. So plants can evolve. Plants can respond to different wavelengths of light differently, and we'll just go through that real quick. So I'm going to show it again. Somebody said show it again. Show it again. Do a screenshot. Screenshot. Click. And again, LumiGrow, L-U-M-I grow. You look them up and you can look this up. I just Googled like spectrum of lights and stuff. So the UV light wavelengths can damage plants too much. It can increase the leaf coloration and thickness and its resistance to environmental stress, pests, and fungi. Blue is showing here plant growth and flowering. Blue light can increase overall plant quality in many leafy greens and ornamental crops, but it's not needed a lot. You just need like a little bit, but you combine it with, I think, red lights and other light colors to really get what you're looking for. Green is used. Green didn't seem to be that important what people was thinking, but it's actually needed for changing how the plant absorbs light. Since it doesn't really absorb light, if it's getting a lot of green light, it may tell its plant canopy to like, do what it needs to do and go a little bit, like grow a little bit, come out a little bit. I'm trying to like summarize this while also reading it. Red is the most effective at stimulating photosynthesis and promoting plant biomass growth. But if you do it only under red lights, they just become stressed and undesirable. So they usually mix it with a little blue. And when you get red and blue, what do you get? You get purple. That's right. So that's why your LEDs are purple. And then you have the far reds, which can increase and control growth. So you can like literally cultivate your plants. Hey there, Mirandog's Pets. Hello there. But when you're doing these spectrum of colors, and again, keep asking questions if y'all want, but if you're doing these spectrum of colors, it's important to know like what your plant needs. So you can always do a quick Google on like, okay, well, what is the light cycle of the plants that I'm working with? So like, how much light does this plant need to germinate my seeds, right? Or does how much light needs to be in the environment that I'm growing these plants in to germinate my seeds, or to get them to look a certain way or to act a certain way. So that goes deeper than bright light and indirect bright light and indirect light and eastern facing windows and all of that stuff, but it literally goes into a more complex relationship of what, with that light being filtered, is it giving us what we're looking for. So with the plants I have under my grow light, for example, and in short, again, those of you looking for the short answer, grow lights do work, but you have to work with them. So over here on the wall over here, y'all usually see me over here in the corner in my kitchen, and there's a grow light hanging above my head. Hey, RJ Dynamite. And when I have that grow light on, I actually shorten the time it was on, because now that it's winter and sunlight is coming in, that extra light was causing some damage to some of my variegated plants. So I basically cut off or shortened the length of time the grow light is on. With these grow lights over here that I have standing behind me, that the Loves, Terry Love is up here, she suggested this to me, her and her husband. It only gives me options of 4 hours, 8 hours, and 12 hours. I prefer ones that I can just control myself. So if I want to get like 5.5 hours or 6 hours or whatever, I can do that. But again, that amount of light that I have and the stuff in my bedroom, those colors and the time and the temperature and everything else can help to basically craft my plant and basically make it what I want it to be. So some of my plants stretch because, as I was reading up, I was like, my temperature is too hot because I was growing leafy greens and trying to germinate them indoors, and heat can kind of stretch them. In addition to my lights, I know are red because I can see a little red hue. Even though I try not to get like red lights, I try to get LED lights for my smaller operations of growing, just like pure white or LED lights. But I had reds, and that's why they were stretching, because red light tells them to stretch. So it's like Squid Games, but instead of dying when you don't do red light, green light, your plant just looks different. That answers your question, I hope. Thank you for Sample House for buying badges. We have 10 badges bought. 2020 is the name. And I'm here answering your questions. I'm a whole black botanist. I may be the only black botanist some of you ever get to interact with on a real tip like this. This is your time to ask questions. I'm going to be hopping off of here soon because, again, I got these sexy plants from Plant Proper. Again, I should have mentioned this at the top. I'm a plant ambassador, working with them. So make sure you see them and tell them you found them through me. Yeah, tell them that. They're like, the chocolate botanist told me to look for you. Right, well, he did. Please look for that chocolate botanist. A chocolate botanist. I wonder where Sasha is. Anybody tag Sasha, Mind Your Own Plants? Anybody tag her? But look at these. And they came in. And this especially is shocking because these came in looking beautiful. Hey, Maya Wax. Hey. Again, I'm a whole botanist. You can ask me questions. Ethnobotany is my thing, though, like plants and society and people and studies and stuff. I'm trying to think of some Christmas-themed information I haven't given y'all before. But I may just have to rehash things I've talked about in past years for the reels. But what questions y'all got for me? Y'all don't got no questions for me? Y'all just sitting here looking at me, y'all ain't talking to me. Nobody's typing in the comments. Some of y'all probably typing on your phone right now. Y'all trying to be like, Derek, this is the question I got for you. You don't know what to ask. It's okay. If you don't have any questions to ask, I'm just going to hop off. I got to put this Alocasia is going to go behind me near the others because I know they like humidity, and these thick leaves, I'm trying to learn how to keep them like actually living. So I'm going to let this one actually dry out more than I have in the past, and really, let it dry out nicely before saturating it. I also have to get back into misting my plants. I used to do that. The suggestion came to me from Bree of Ear Garden. And I used to do it, but I stopped. I need to get my pump sprayer back up. Can I recommend any books on herbalism? I actually can't. A lot of my information I got from North Carolina State University. There's some stuff I Googled. I do have some books on like how to use herbs or how to do this, but the thing I'll recommend is if you're doing like a foraging stint, like you're like, oh, I'm trying to go out here and forage and know this, like look up books on how to ID plants. If you're trying to go out and do like Alexis, the Black Forager, does. Like look up how to identify plants, because as she'll tell you, I can also or say there's some plants that look like the plant that we want to eat or use for whatever reason, and they're poisonous to us in some way, shape, or form, and they usually grow like beside each other because God has a sense of humor. So that's one thing. If you get any book, take anything they say with a grain of salt. Because I am an herbalist, but I am also a scientist. I'm not just an herbalist, I'm not just a scientist, I'm both. So I generally will look for like an actual representation of what this thing will do for me. So for example, I have a bunch of ginger over here off the camera. I'm going to be making a ginger bug and ginger beer. And when I'm trying to like get my stomach together, I feel queasy or whatever, ginger ale, 7-Up, all these sodas before have helped for various reasons. The carbonation, I think, helps to kind of help settle your stomach up a little bit and stop it from going up. But ginger, I think, has been clinically shown, like scientifically shown through trials, that it does reduce nausea. So I look for the lore of the plants, like the mints and stuff, and then will let me see if this actually works for me. And I go from there. I have, again, some herbalism books I'm going to be giving away soon to people in the area, because I just don't really go through a lot of them. Some of them are older books, like home remedies and stuff. I'll keep them, but even then, and this is again the biggest thing, if you buy herbalism books, buy new ones, because a lot of the older ones will tell you things that they used to use, like in the 70s or the 80s, but now we've learned in the 90s and 2000s that cause cancer or birth defects in pregnant women or things like that. So over time, when we do the actual research, we learn so much more about these plants and how helpful but also devastating they can be. Hope that answers your question. Is the sap from a bird of paradise poison? I want to try some. I have no clue. The best thing I would tell you to do would be to look it up, research, and see if there's any information on that. If there's any edible references of the plant being edible and what parts are edible. And then if it's not edible, or if it is potentially edible, how do they prepare it? So there are some plants, I can't think of any of them right now. There are some plants that are poisonous or will negatively impact us if we interact with them, but we have to like cook them a certain way or prepare them a certain way to deactivate those potentially poisonous and harmful plant parts and plant metabolites, for lack of a smaller word. Metabolites meaning things that plant made. I've never thought about eating them. I don't remember seeing anything to say they were edible, but I'll just say Google it. When you do Googling, and I want to talk about this in the future, like research, make sure you're trying to find like your Wikipedias, because I will start there, but also try to find like legitimate like educational websites or whatever. It's hard to find academic papers because you have to like pay for a lot of them unless you know the illegal pages to go. But it's even harder because in botany it's such a small field and it's not really a lot of money thrown into the arena. It's hard to sometimes find what I'm looking for myself. So yeah. Any other questions? I'm going to see if I can look that up real quick while I'm waiting. See if y'all have any other questions. Bird of Paradise. So I start with Bird of Paradise, and I go to the Wikipedias to see if there's any description information here. Basically, if there's any like culinary uses or anything. You just wanted to take a lick, huh? Interesting. Bird of Paradise. Hold on. Looks like I'm finding something that says it's considered non-toxic to humans. A small unintentional ingestion by a child would likely result in benign gastrointestinal effects such as nausea. Swallowing a larger piece could potentially lead to dangerous effects like choking or dehydration. Hey, Azratific. So I guess that's talking about the actual plant parts. But apparently they're seeing that some people didn't have any effects from it. But somebody actually tasted the sap and noticed it was sweet tasting. But I'm seeing it's not edible. So some things are edible, you can only eat them once. Trying to find like an actual, because I go through all these random websites on Google, but I usually try to figure out like a legitimate website, which is always hard to find when you're talking about plants, because some people just get up here and say what they feel, and there's no science behind it, which is sad. Which is sad. Last call for questions. That's when, again, any of y'all up here, Nika Planted Firmly. I didn't realize you popped in there. Diana, Candy Kiss, Jana, Ebony, My Plant Hood, any of you people got any last questions before I wrap up? Again, you got here late. I got these beautiful plants from Plant Proper. This is I'm going to do this off of memory. Syngonium Windlandii. This is an Alocasia Black Velvet. This is Peperomia Frost. Okay, and this is Philodendron Quartum. And they came in looking sexy. The thing that they always tell you to do when you get your plants is to like take the tape off. Hey, Cypher Living, you take the tape off and you take the Sphagnum Moss off. And again, I just take this Sphagnum Moss and I just kind of chuck it to the side. I'm actually using some of the Sphagnum Moss now for a, what is that thing called? Air layering I'm trying to do. Air layering with a, what is that? Philodendron something verde, Parisian verde. Questions, comments, or concerns? I know y'all gotta have some. No more? Because it looks like I'm gonna hop off this live. So, I'm so happy. I love Plant Proper. If you're looking for beautiful house plants at a beautiful price, check them out. I am amazingly cheap. And they give me everything that I'm looking for. My plants come in. Anytime my plants come in, they are beautiful. They come in looking gorgeous. And again, I've never had an issue. Like, it's never been something missing on my end. And I literally even found out about them through Soul Sister Plants, Lucretia. So she raved so much about these people that I was like, well, let me check them out and see what they really about. Are they really, because again, I don't trust getting things off of line, like plants, because I want to be able to touch it and feel it and make sure that in my environment, I'm not dragging in the root mealies or spider mites or roaches or anything else. I don't need anything else other than what I asked to get in this house, right? But these are nice, and I'm happy. I really am. So, y'all, I am the Chocolate Botanist. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, put them down in the comments when this video is posted. If you're watching this and the video has already been posted, put your questions down in the comments. Y'all know I interact with all of y'all. Hit me up in my inbox, and yeah, follow me and share me out if you're not doing that already. What are you doing? If you see this on YouTube, subscribe. Push the alarm bell or whatever that people be saying. The YouTubers know all the terms to say. I'm getting there. It's not all the way there yet, but that's it. I just love this. I love these plants. These plants are going to make me very happy. And unlike the other people who almost knocked all that over, unlike some of these other people, if these die, y'all ask me about them later, I'm definitely going to let you know. I'm definitely going to let you know because I'm worried about this one, but we're going to keep hoping these plants alive. Amen. Amen. Y'all have a great one.